Well, if you've ever filed for divorce or post-divorce, you know that one of the important documents that you need to have with you at all times, really, is what's called the parenting plan. So this app will help you design your own parenting plan. So we're just going to click this Start Building, and then it's going to give us opportunities to start adding in specific case information, including the children. Notice down here where it says Step 1, there are actually 20 different steps that are involved in this. And if you think that's a lot, just wait till you see the document itself. I'll also say that the templates that the court gives you doesn't really go into much detail, especially when it comes to the digital realm. So we're going to take a look at this a little bit more in detail. So rather than filling in each one, I'm just going to click Save and Next. So this is going to ask you about legal decision making, either joint, sole, or third-party legal custody. This one helps you select this different types of schedules. So you could go week on, week off, or you could choose school year, summer. Or if you want to make something very custom, then you can just make it that way. This has places where you can add in holidays, and then you could actually put it in alternate mother has even years, alternate father has even years, always with mother, always with father, split holiday, which I think probably would be pretty tough. So you have all of these different holidays here, and many of them are always in that. And then you have this opportunity for add custom holiday. So this is a nice, clean way for you to create schedule for specific holidays. And then if you wanted to generate some sort of clause, you could type it in here or get an AI suggestion for that. Moving on, now we're here at travel, no notice required, courtesy notice, or mutual agreement for overnight travel. So many times when a parent wants to take their child out of town, this can become an area of conflict. So it's really good to have this mentioned in your parenting plan. Moving on, now we're health and mental health. So access to medical records, emergency medical authority, consent for mental health counseling. See, the parenting plan for many doesn't have a lot of these things. Primary care provider, dental provider, vision provider, and then you can obviously add your clause to that. Moving on, school and activities. Both parents have full independent access, or either parent can access records. Final decision on school choice. This is another area of conflict. This is something that you can select. Extracurricular activity. Moving on to Step 8. Step 8 is digital and social media use. So does that mean that parents agree on consistent rules from both homes, or each parent sets their own rules? Device ownership and payment. This really isn't discussed in any parenting plans that I've seen. Parental access to devices and accounts. Prohibited disparaging remarks about the other parent on social media. That's become a big one. And obviously adding in your own clauses here will help out. Moving on. Now we've got the parent-to-parent communication. How are we going to do that? Are we going to do that through a dedicated app, email, text? What's it going to be? Required response time for non-emergencies. Emergency communication. How are you going to communicate with your co-parent? Those are all things to consider. For child communication, what's that going to be? Is it going to be daily? Is it going to be specific days of the week? Is it going to be phone, video? What time is the start? What time is the end time? Who initiates communication? All of these can become areas of conflict. Changes in transportation. Well, where will the exchanges occur? Well, if you click in other, you could probably type that in right here. Transportation, who's responsible for transportation? What happens if you're late? And then add in any specific clauses for that. Moving on to expenses. Who provides medical and dental insurance? Who pays for it? Safety risk. This is both for the parents and for the kids. Substance use. What's prohibited? What's the testing protocol? What are the consequences if you violate that? This one is relocation. What's the maximum relocation distance? Is consent required? Non-compliance and contingencies. Time is forfeited, no makeup. Ooh, that seems harsh. Makeup time is at the other parent's discretion, or makeup time must be offered. And how many days, right? Are you going to choose for that? Number of issues before action. It's going to happen after 2 times, 3 times, 5 times. What do? Do you attend mediation? Do you consult with an attorney? Or do you permit filing with the court? All things you can agree upon ahead of time. Dispute resolution. Mediation required before court. Good faith negotiation first. No prerequisite, can go straight to court. Minimum mediation sessions. I don't know how you do it in one, but that's an option here. Mediator selector, who's going to make it? Who pays for mediation costs? Moving on to 19, annual review. Now, does this need to get updated? And how is it going to get updated? That's probably something you would add in your specific clause here, because things change, right? Emergency protocols, all here ready for you to look at. So once you choose all of this, right, you can either print this plan, everything that you've selected and chosen, and then you can run what's called a final stress test that tells you what you need to improve upon. So this is critical, right? This is something I would recommend you fill out before you meet with that way you have a good understanding as far as all the different options. Because every time the attorney needs to explain something, that's going to cost you money. So this is a good idea to do this in advance and then even take a look at it on an annual basis based upon what things have changed, in the last year. So right here, it says that there's a lot of risk, elevated risk. You can see that there's a clarity and specificity score. It tells you what's complete, what's partially complete. So this is really good to understand what you need to work on before you do that. So here's another good one, questions for your attorney or mediator. All what you can do with this parenting plan generator.